You probably clicked on this video to hear about NBA 2K23 having cross-gen and crossplay. I would love to give you some information on if 2K23 will have these features or not, but tragically there's no information on this at the time of the recording. So I'm going to talk about why NBA 2K23 needs to have crossplay and cross-gen. I also want to point out that when I'm talking about these features, I'm excluding PC, and the reason for that is because of the mods and not really having an anti-cheat on PC, so just keep that in mind throughout the video. Right now, the community is split between two different generations called Next Gen and Current Gen. Next Gen is PS5 and the Current Gen is PS4 and equivalent for Xbox. The problem this creates is you can't play with your friends if you're on PS5 and they're on PS4 or vice versa. This is especially bad because Next Gen consoles are so hard to come by unless you're trying to pay for bundles or get a PS5 off of a scalper, and that's easy, but it's also pricey. This means that some players are not making the switch to Next Gen just because their friends are all on Current Gen, and no one wants to be that guy in their friend group bugging all their friends to get a Next Gen console. And it's not necessarily that people don't want to get them, it's just everybody's waiting for price to come down or to be able to buy it at retail. So it's not even really the public's fault, it's more of Sony's fault, and that goes into supply chain and a whole bunch of other stuff we're not getting into in this video. Since the communities are split, not only is this bad for friends trying to play with each other, but it's also bad for the 2K developers. This means they have to essentially create two different games. I can already see the comment section now. But Gary, they are the same game, but Next Gen has a city instead of a cruise ship. Well, Timmy, this just tells me that you haven't played Next Gen. The game is completely different from Current Gen. You can feel the difference in gameplay, and it's not just the city and the aesthetic. Because the developers have to work on two games, that means that decisions most likely take twice as long to make, because something that could be a great idea for Next Gen might not be doable or a good idea on Current Gen. This also means that the 2K team is most likely split, and they probably have dedicated teams for both games. What's the biggest benefit for getting the entire community on one game? Everyone can play together. If there's only one game, there's no reason why we can't have cross-platform play. This will make the game feel more alive, as well as allow friends to play with each other, even if they can't find a next-gen console. Not only would it give people the ability to play with people from PS4 and PS5, but with one game. There would be no reason they can't incorporate full cross-platform play, so that people with PlayStation can play with people on Xbox or Switch. We know this because back in the day, Fortnite accidentally turned on cross-platform play, and take it from a software developer, most things you can't just flip a switch. Now I'm sure it's not as easy just to flip a switch, but if Fortnite and Epic accidentally turned it on, it can't be that hard. And with hundreds of other games doing the same thing, like Rocket League or Call of Duty, there's no reason that a company as big as 2K and Tencent can't do the same thing. Another benefit of having just one game means that the developers don't have to waste time trying to figure out if their ideas or gameplay mechanics will work on next gen and current gen. This means for quicker updates, or at least I should say potentially quicker updates. The devs probably will be more open to community suggestions and a more collaborative team since everyone can work on one game. All of this ultimately means that we get a more polished game and just an overall better experience. Unfortunately, I think part of the reason why 2K is not able to add cross-gen and crossplay is because the games are completely different. However, when both games are the same game being played across all platforms, 2K literally has zero excuses to not include cross-platform. This feature would be an absolute game changer for not only friends wanting to play with each other, but also keeping the game thriving from the community of 2K not being split into different games and different platforms, and going to Reddit and arguing which game is actually better, when in theory everybody wants both games to be good, and although competition is great, competitions between the same exact game, not so much. So with that, I want to ask your thoughts. When do you think 2K will be one game again? From everything I've heard and seen, I think we might have to wait until 2K24, but all of those reasons are probably just because next-gen consoles are so hard to come by, and hopefully supply chain issues and other issues with getting PS5s out there to the public for a retail price will be fixed hopefully soon. What do you guys think is the reason 2K hasn't given us crossplay or cross-gen? Anyway guys, thanks for watching the video. If you made it this far, consider subscribing to the channel for more content, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.
Turn up the summer vibes. Get off your phone one time, but you'll come outside. Cause we all here chilling. Yeah, it's the same old, same old, same. No, we don't play no games. Oh, they wanna talk. Why they gotta hate on me? Damn. But I ain't not tripping.